Tonight was my first reflex development class, and I thought I was going to hate it, but it turns out that I freaking loved it. Let me tell you why. Reflex development to me sounded like, initially, as an ignorant person who'd never done it before, never really seen it before, sounded like some WWE stuff. And that's not an insult to Henner's wife, Eve. Eve? Yeah, because I know she used to be in the WWE. I love the WWE. I went to professional wrestling school, okay? I love wrestling. I'm going to go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas in April. I'm that big of a fan, so I'm not talking trash. What I mean by that is that I thought it was like pre-programmed moves. Like, first I'll do this, then you do that, then I'll do this, then you do that, then I'll do this, then you do that. Ta-da, right? It's not rolling, it's predetermined. We know what's going to happen, and I'm going to tell you what move I'm going to do so you can do the correct response. And I thought, okay, that's cool, that's fine, whatever. But we had a way of making it a little more intense, a little more fun, a little bit more exciting. Maybe you do this at your school, I'm not sure. But let me tell you exactly how it went down tonight with my instructor. His name is Joe, and he's freaking awesome. So, after class, Joe invited me to stick around for the reflex development. I don't know what the rules are. I wasn't sure I could do reflex development, but I've been to, I think tonight was my 12th class, so I think maybe that means I can do reflex development. For whatever reason, he got the okay from Chris Ledford, our head instructor, and so Joe said, yeah, man, you can stick around. You can do reflex development. Cool. We went through a sequence of moves. He showed the moves, he kind of demonstrated it, and then we took turns basically going through the sequence over and over again and putting each other through the paces, right? You do this, then I'm going to do this, then you do this, then I'm going to do this. Actually, it's more like you do this and this, then I'm going to do this and this. But here's the cool part. Here's where it got exciting. What my man Joe said is every time we go through this sequence, every time we complete this sequence, we're going to ratchet up the resistance by, let's say, 10%. So the first time we did it, very little resistance. The second time we did it, little more resistance, and so forth, so on and so forth, until we were really resisting, and it felt kind of like rolling. Not really, but kind of, because I got to do and got to play and feel that fight instinct, that fight, passion, that fight energy. So I was excited, man. I enjoyed it. And I was exhausted. I was sweaty. I was tired. It was great. So we got to kind of fight a little bit tonight. And in the process of doing this reflex development move, this reflex development drill, I asked my man Joe, I said, hey, man, because one of the things we did was pass guard. I got stuck when we ratcheted up the intensity or the resistance. I couldn't pass his guard. I was kind of struggling a little bit. And I said, hey, man, what are your go-to guard passes? And that started a whole discussion where we talked about some different things, and he showed me some things that he likes to do, and I talked a little bit about some of the things I did in the past and why it worked. And we also talked about why some of the things I'd learned didn't work. So once again, Gracie Combatives is AKA why Chris's Jiu-Jitsu didn't work. So I had a good time. I learned a lot. I laughed a lot. And I got a great workout. So tonight, again, was probably one of the best nights of jiu-jitsu at Gracie University, if not the best, and I enjoyed it. So if you are a veteran of reflex development, if you've done this before, tell me what you did. Tell me why you liked it. Tell me what you're passionate about. Did you do the ramp up the resistance thing, or is that just a Joe thing? Because if that's a Joe thing, Joe is the man. He's already the man, but he's even more the man with that little ratcheting up of the resistance. That was awesome. Do you do that? How do you do reflex development, and why do you like it? If you do like it, if you hate it, tell me why you hate it. That's your prerogative. But I figured I'd make a separate video about the reflex development, and if anybody has any feedback, questions, comments, opinions, I'm here for it. So please click the like and subscribe button. Follow along on my journey from white belt to combatives belt to blue belt to purple belt, brown belt, black belt. I think I'm going to document the whole thing. If you guys still want to see it, I will still talk about it. But yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, comments, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu, and I will see you next time. Stay positive, stay focused, stay vigilant. Take care.